The content on this platform may not align with the views of a certain party or organization. It's important to note that the views and opinions expressed on a platform are often those of the individual contributors and not necessarily reflective of the organization. In this case, Caribbean American news media may not be held responsible for the content posted by its contributors. It's important for individuals to critically evaluate the information they encounter and consider multiple sources before forming their own opinions. If you have specific concerns about the content on the platform, it may be helpful to address them directly with Cam. The content
Special good night to all our viewers here on Caribbean American News Media Platform. It is a pleasure to be here with you, and I must say to you, I was not planning to be here tonight, but I just wanted to pop in there a number of items that I just want to mention to you, our citizens, on the platform. Again, this is Caribbean American News Media. We encourage you folks to share this live, share it as much as you can. I am looking at the shares, and our people are not sharing the platform or supporting as they should. And so we're here tonight to do some house cleaning. We are here to do some serious work on our end. So greetings, everybody. Greetings. Welcome to the platform. It is 7:10 p.m. in my neck of the woods, and I am sure where you are, it might be just 8:10. Or might be another time. Yes, another time, another space. But greetings, folks. How was your day? Here's wishing you a beautiful evening. Tonight, I want to pay attention to the comments. I want to pay attention to the calls. I'm going to open the lines right away. We want to hear from you, our citizens. I need your involvement. I need to hear from you. The problem with the citizens of the country is that they're quiet, they don't call, they don't speak enough. They are one set of people who are out there constantly agitating, constantly speaking on the ills of the society, while some sit by and they try to be nice and they try to, keep themselves. They don't want anybody to call their names. But people like me who have a beautiful reputation, a great reputation all my life, I am here on the platform taking the heat, taking the blow. And, people sometimes can be people. So I'm saying to you folks, it is time for your voices to be heard. It is time for you to stand up, speak up. Let us know what is affecting you. And let's have a discussion. I'll be reading a lot of your postings tonight, and I also will be looking at taking your calls. Those of you who are viewing via our YouTube channel, greetings to you. Via Radio 360, greetings to you. Those of you who are here on our platform on Caribbean American News Facebook page, greetings to you. And those of you who are watching now, those of you who are watching in the future, greetings to you. You all are welcome in this space. All right, folks. So, yesterday was my wife's birthday, so the family, we went out to a very beautiful restaurant, and we spent some time there. And today we had some treatment, so I was out of it, and I just got up maybe half an hour from taking a little rest, because your body sometimes you need to cool down and just let the body relax, and that's what I did. I can be out here killing myself for you, the people of St. Lucia, and if you don't stand up too, put yourself out there. I'm not asking you to kill yourself, but you need to speak. Let your voices be heard. You know, call the networks and speak. Speak your mind, and feel free to speak your mind, to use your democratic rights that was given to you. All of us are given democratic rights. Yes, I am protected here in the United States with free speech, with legislations and laws, that protects me, that give me the leeway to speak freely without interference. Yes, my friends, that's the zone I am in. I'm able to speak freely, and also what governs my freedom of speech is my faith in God. As a Seventh-day Adventist, I do not believe in besmirching anyone. I do not believe in speaking things that I do not know, or just trying to belittle people, or, just trying to talk because I have a mouth. I have a responsibility towards my faith. Yes, my God. I have a great responsibility, friends, because I am not an ordinary man. I keep telling you that. And at the same time, I'm not an ordinary man. I am not a push around. I am not a hypocrite. I am not one who, yes, I have my feebleness, my weaknesses, but I thank God for his grace and his mercy. So I'm not here pretending like I am the perfect one, or I know it all. I am learning, ever learning. Yes, I'm ever learning, and I'm sure by the grace of God that I get better at what I do as I encounter difficult times, as I fall down, and as I get up and I move forward. Then I do not make the mistakes of yesterday. It will be foolish of me to make the mistakes of yesterday over and over again. And while I can claim human weakness, I got to be responsible as a human being. I got to use that brain that God has given to me. He has given me the capacity to reason and to think for myself. We are intelligent beings. So sometimes when I hear people call people dumb and stupid, sometimes I wonder, because all of us are given the same brain. Some are slower and some are faster. And that's why in our schools, we got to be careful, because there are children who learn faster than the others, than some. And there are some that takes a very long time. Some human beings that takes a very long time to learn. You got to keep doing it over and over and over and over again. I am a slow learner. I've always been a slow learner. But when you see I get started, I get started. And that's why in university, the guys look at me and they say, boy, for a guy who was not, who have not gone to school in a long time, to come back now and be going to school at this age, and you are doing so good, then, that's a good thing. And when I hear those things, I feel good, because I want to remind you again, human beings, that you are blessed with a brain. You were intelligently designed. It is high time for you to start thinking, for you to start reasoning. A lot of you get in trouble because you don't think, you don't reason for yourself. I'm going to do a bagay, you just take it and you run. You're not even thinking about what you're running with. And when you really check yourself when you're running with what you're running, say, abom kaka okakuepi. Abom kaka pa nye kia di dang. Because you don't think, you don't reason. What if somebody tell you to hate somebody and so you hate the person because somebody hate the person? Mashikila. Kuyo twikila. Honestly. Well, I can see why some people but use your brain. We challenge our children to use their brain. But as adults, according Mav's Hapodi. So we like little sitting puppets, sitting ducks. Some of you sit and you say, well, I would never be able to achieve. I can't get a house. I can't get education. I can't do this. I wouldn't be able to get my children good in universities because, nobody know our names. We are little people. We live in a plywood house. We can't do better. That's beties. You have the ability, friends. You have the ability to conquer. This is your Father's world. You have the ability to achieve whatever you want. Set your mind by the grace of God and achieve it. Don't give up. Have some stick-to-itiveness in you, for God's sake. So never say to yourself, you can't. And I'm just beating now. I'm just talking right now so I can get into what I want to present tonight. But it's time for us to stop acting stupid. It is time for us to start acting like we are civilized, like we have a brain in our heads. And while we're at it, let us respect each other's decision. And I will expose some hypocrisy in all of us. I will expose it. Because my job here is to educate. My job is to inform both you and myself. You learn from me and I learn from you. But what I cannot sit by and say, well, I want to be in favor with everybody. I want everybody to love me, so I won't speak the truth. No, I got to speak the truth, and I will do it tonight. What I am seeing among us as human beings, you realize I didn't even say Christians. I didn't even say as Flabos or SLP. As human beings. What I am seeing among us as human beings is nastiness. And it must be called out. Nastiness. And you know what you do with nastiness? You flush it. Yes. You flush nastiness. So, first of all, St. Lucia, you have a host of the problems in your country. Period. Host of the problems. And by the way, some of you are part of the problems, but a host of the problem in the country. Continue fooling yourself. And for you, some of you, the one problem is Shasney. You have no other problem in the country. And the problems that you have, they are major life-threatening problems. Major problems. But you choose to talk about weak human beings, people with defects, who leave the labor and who come to the SLP, who went back and forth, who this, and who you're not supposed to trust, and you ain't trust this one. None of us should trust each other. None. Because every opportunity we get, we gossip about each other. Every opportunity we get. And for those of us who pretend like we're all perfect and we are all goody, you ain't all that. Ain't all that. Brethren, there's a bigger problem in our society. There's a bigger problem in St. Lucia. And that is leadership. Yes, we have a bunch of sheeps. Yes, I said it. That can be easily led to the slaughter. and go to the slaughter with a smile, cussing their neighbors while they're heading to the slaughter. And they don't realize that they're in danger unless they start stripping the skin off of them. That's the discussion. We got to have some serious discussions, and this is one of the night that we're going to be very open in our discussion. Too much nastiness, declassiness in our country, in the world. But we're talking about St. Lucia, a little dot in the world. And everybody wants to compare the dot with all the issues around the world. So every time you tell them food prices are high in St. Lucia or there's crime in St. Lucia, they tell you crime everywhere. So if you tell them there is penis in their beds, they'll tell you penis is everywhere. The neighbor have penis. The church have penis. Supermarket penis. America penis. Everywhere have penis. That's what they tell you. That's how they discuss. That's how they argue. And there are some people you can't talk to them. You can't have any conversation with them, any decent conversation. If the conversation is not about somebody's underwear, if it's not about somebody's fault or that woman and the gossip, if it's not about that, nobody is happy. Have you met those people? You cannot have a good conversation with them. The only thing they want to do is to talk about somebody and talk about somebody that they don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? And yes, Ian, these Labour Party hacks are very good on this. Very good at it. Very good. That's why I want us to have a set of United Workers' Party supporters who are the best, who are informed, who are not a bunch of sheep eating grass in the pasture and being led to become lamb chops while they walk to become lamb chops. I fashion tonight, and I am fashion tonight because when I look at human beings, when I look at how we're discussing, ça pas faire patience. And don't tell me you're not educated or you don't know the issues. Yes, you know your neighbor issues, but you don't know the real issues. Bread and butter issues in your country. Look at the roads. Look at the roads in the country, and you hear what the SLP hack says. Chasney, the roads was always bad, and all over the world the road bad. So from rain stopping us from fixing our roads to everywhere roads bad. Food prices everywhere. Food prices high. Everything you tell them everywhere else. But when the United Workers' Party is in power, all the problems is in St. Lucia and St. Lucia alone. So tonight, I fashe. I wasn't planning to be here tonight. My plan was for me to relax my body, lie down and relax because I've been missing a lot of sleep. I did some work at the church, both Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Monday was the hardest of what I had to do. Moi travail moi douan gasa. Et moi de pour bodie na travail ma vle la ha moi de pour bodie mama le moi tout moi de e bodie pa vle la moi vle la because gasa why is me? But these are the real issues. The hypocrisy in the world. Hypocrisy in the society. So the news story, we'll get back to some of these issues in the country. Serious issues. COVID-19, death, and nobody says nothing really. They sneak out and whisper something. When your neighbor can be giving you this nasty infection, COVID, disease. Instead of sounding the alarm, instead of government calling a press conference to say to solutions, when last have we seen the Prime Minister, the Ministry of Health, the Minister of Health, the CEO, the CMO, NEMO, National Disaster People, coming together at a press conference to St. Lucia, St. Lucians, we have a major problem among us. Prime Minister speak first. He introduced the CMO or the health minister. The health minister introduced the CMO. So that St. Lucians can see the seriousness of what is among them. Mais you can see me going to clavi moon. Because you're Pamela. Putting you last and putting you plat down, plat at terre. C'est pas moi qui. And I dare any one of you hacks tonight. Tonight is not the night for you to challenge me. Because I swear, moi fâché. Fâché and tired. Fâché and tired at the same time. That's a bad combination. Very bad combination. So let's just go. Let me go back to this thing. So many of you would have seen KKRR cussing me off. You know, said a lot of stuff about me that was not true. You know, and some of people take it serious and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, even sometimes when I call him, you know it's a joke. But our own people would take those jokes and some of them know you. But they take those jokes and they tie it around your neck. Your very own people. And because I didn't get fâché enough with KKRR and my enemy, my so-called enemies, many enemies. Christians don't walk around with enemies. Who want to be enemies, that's your problem. But I have no enemies. I don't hate nobody. And I don't want to walk around with hate. That's a bad and a dark place for me to be as a human being. With hate and bitterness, I don't like this one. And I don't walk around watching nobody, you know. Everybody say, watch this one, watch that one. I ain't walking around watching anybody but myself and my money. Well, some of you are too holy. You don't want money. You say it will be thrown in the streets. But yet, you're burning the midnight oil. You have the biggest house. The house not burning too. So don't come for me. And I tell you, I fâché. Upset, and tired of the nastiness we as human beings are tagging ourselves with. Déclassé nastiness. So KKRR doing his thing. Politics, of course. And some of you come, huh? And you started sharing KKRR. Look at what KKRR said about the pastor. He not pastor. He don't have certificate. He this. And they went on and on. And the Labour Party, they jump. The supporters, they jump on board and they went and they had a ride. And you know what I did? Because I know myself, that wasn't affecting me. When we play past the KKRR, I was laughing at every piece of thing he was saying. Because I know one day, because I know him, I know one day, somebody will tell him the truth. He will see the truth. And I told people that already about him. KKRR, somebody, when he find out the real truth, he backtracking, he got tune, he got kui. And that's why I never really bothered him like that. I laugh at him. I give him a little mapui. I call the FBI for him. He shall say about that, I would tell you.
The content on the
He shall say, your party, I would tell you. I shall say about it, I would tell you. But I wasn't vexed with him. I don't walk around with hatred. Hatred is for little pick-me nigga, little children who never had toys. They never see the bigger picture in life. The bigger picture is hatred and gossip and spreading lies, things that they don't even know. Oh, don't talk to him. He don't know. He's human. I'm human. When I make mistakes, of course I want people to help me to grow, to lift me up, not to tell people walk around telling everybody watch each other. And I never see a bunch of sheep like that in my life. Everybody telling everybody to watch each other. Tutmun, watch him, watch her, watch him. According to security watchman, watch him, watchman. Ik je bave yourself. And that's the problem, the hypocrisy. So the Labour Party supporters on the KKR live, 200-300 of them, 400 sometimes. And when he given the pui and he say, Shasta, you're not winning, go, Shasta Pabo, and Raquel Pabo, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And Lincoln, just do patawasm with men, and blah, blah, blah. Everybody under it, all the Labour, they laugh, they share. You hear what KKR say? You hear what KKR say? All of them. He was their best friend. The best buddy. I tell you, people are nasty, you know. That's why the Bible says you cannot trust your own. The arm of flesh will fail you. We will fail ourselves. We'll fail each other. That's why if you do not understand the mission, you do not understand the agenda, if you do not understand, my friends, what you are fighting for, you will fight for nothing. And you will fight for a boom kaka. Because you don't understand what is going on. You don't even understand the issues. You don't even understand. You're born in St. Lucia, you never leave St. Lucia, and you don't even know your own constitution. You don't even know your own laws. You don't even understand how the government works. But you understand your neighbor's business. You don't make it your business to educate yourself about what is around you. And that's where you make all the mistakes, and that's where politicians take you for a ride. Robert, how are you? That's why politicians take you for a ride, because they know you're dumb sheeps. KKRR, give Flabo Mepui, that's his right. Well, he giving Flabo Mep, he not good. He's a St. Lucian, he good. He choose a side and he beat the side. But you don't understand that. Because you choose a side, Flabos, and you beating that side, but you don't want somebody else to choose a side and fight for that side. How foolish can we be, St. Lucians? Flabos alone have constitutional rights and freedoms. The Labour Party alone has constitutional rights and freedoms. All human beings have those freedoms to choose their party. Why are you walking around hating a Labour Party supporter and hating a UWP supporter, walking around hating them to the point where you want them to die? Does that make sense? Some of you don't even know how to give a little jab and move on. Give a little piche, a little piquant, and move on. Look at what I used to do, Kegaro. Leito beleshes la lawi. Piquant kila, ek moha move on. But to dwell and to build your whole life and future around somebody supporting their side to the point that you can't even talk to them. You can't even sit with them in the same church, but you're going to heaven. You don't even talk to them, your old neighbors. Some of you work together. You don't even talk to each other for politics. This is wrong. It is wrong, St. Lucians. It is wrong. If you have a right to support the United Workers' Party, they have a right to support the SLP. That's their right. That's their choice. So how dare you? And people are entitled to change their minds 1,000 times. But there's a way to do it, of course. You don't do it. Stephen King did it the worst. That's not class. That's not integrity what Stevenson did. If he wanted to switch allegiance, it was his choice, but there was a way to do it. That's what we teach our children not to do, what he did. But everybody has a choice. Tout monde choice. You think everybody going to vote for the United Workers' Party? Everybody going to love Chasney? It shows our ignorance if we believe that. And if somebody's not UWP, they're not human. They're not a St. Lucian. They don't love their country. Only if you're UWP, you love your country, or you're St. Lucian. Garbage! Tonight is clean house night. My boy, wom. So I'm good. My head is very clear. Well, once in a while, we got to talk to our people. We got to ask them to cool out. Chill out. Let people be. Let people choose their party, choose their side, and exercise their freedom. You want to exercise yours, you don't want them to exercise theirs. What we cannot do, I always say, is to insult people and to cuss people mother and their children. And this one, we should not do it. We don't have to be on the same team. Everybody don't have... Listen to me. This is garbage, folks. It's sickening. No wonder the country is sick. A whole lot of sick-minded people. From politicians to lawyers. A bunch of sick dudes. Look at them politicians. You know what they do? They sit back in their rooms. They don't even watch our lives so that people can see them. They sneak in to watch. Either they create a fake profile or they wait until our program ends to watch it. They don't care a hoot. And they pat you on the back while they're clocking the thousands of dollars. They pat, not even a... Anytime I drink water, I just my business I'm trying to mind, folks. So you got to forgive me. You got to forgive me. Everybody's not going to be a Seventh-day Adventist. Everybody's not going to be a Catholic. Everybody's not going to be a Pentecostal. But when we present our side, it must be with love, respect, and clarity so people can understand. When you're selling pressure cooker, you must use the pressure cooker first and explain to them how it works. You're selling stuff you don't know nothing about. Some of you want to sell the United Workers' Party and you don't even know nothing about it. The history, you don't know how it operates, the constitution of it, you don't know anything about it. All you do is cussing and arguing. Same on the labor side. Cool out, educate yourself about what you are in so you can present it decently. You're rough. How can you convert people? And most of the time, se muna ki kafe se beti sa, yo pale muna, yo pasa hel mun, yo pasa pale by mun. They can't even win a woman's heart. Fathers are dumb. Not even mosquito want to sing in their ears.
Caribbean American.
And my message tonight, is to respect each other. Respect each other, one. Get to know what you're fighting for. What are you fighting for? Some of you, Chasney don't want you to fight for him. Fight for St. Lucia. Somebody talk about Chasney, you're ready to bend out the shape, you're ready to roll down the road, you cuss them, you're ready to kill them. You don't even have window in your house. Mr. Chasney have hotel with how many rooms and his property and stuff? Mais tout le monde dit chastené ça pas pour tout faire pour fâcher moun. And when chastené see those same people, he hug them and kiss them. And if they come to him for a job, he will give it to them, you know. The same people you're causing chastené for. Folks, you got to fight for your country. But to fight for your country, you got to choose a side. You got to understand that side. Understand it so you won't be jumping and hopping everywhere. Understand the party that you're in. Understand that the party is bigger than one man or two men. Understand that there's no woman in the party that should be hitting her chest and acting like no ho-ho. It is the people's party. And the party needs all of its supporters for it to be a party. So, flower is not a family business. Share the live. More fashe. Flower is not a family business. Labour Party is not a family business. St. Lucia is not a family business. So you fight for your country. You fight for better roads. You fight for good health care. You fight for clean air. You fight for security. You fight for the future of your children. Some of you are selfish. You're fighting for yourself. And don't talk for some of those haw-haws. Their children's name is not on their will or not on their house, you know, anything they have. You have 70, 80, 90. Issue panya here. Nothing. All they think about is their self. Selfish bunch of spoiled brats. Sell their soul for the devil in hell. Get to know your party, friends. And the reason why I support the United Workers' Party, because I understand the party. I've been in this party before I was even breathing. I know the party. I understand the party. I grew up in the United Workers' Party home. Strong supporters of the United Workers' Party. So when I come out here, tell me, oh, you're Christian, you're not supposed to. Get out of here. I'm not supposed to, and you're supporting, especially them Labour Party, I was telling you, because you're Christian, you're not supposed to be in politics, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Them same Labour Party supporters, these fellas are hacks. They pass hack going, you know, party hack. When you see elections, you pa l'église, you backslide. Même ce monde-là, la tenir toutes élections, you pa wa l'église. Les élections fini, flabo bat yo, then you can vin l'église ka pouede, ka chante, ka faire tout kalte bagay, get out there. So, you deserve a flush. Flush them, don't laugh. Ça pas blague. Let people be. Tonight I tell you all this squash it diffé. Tonight, moi fâché. Wise me. We got to speak the truth. Tonight is speaking truth night. Tonight is school night. Tonight is beating night. Tonight is flogging night. Or swear. Mun ka hen ku. Tot mun flower tot mun ka hen ku or swear. Because we have the country in a mess. And we have a generation, we have our children and grandchildren who have to live in that St. Lucia. But all you do, you adults, you care about yourself. Bunch of selfish brats. What are you going to leave for St. Lucia? Potholes? For our generation. What are you going to leave for them? A St. Jude hospital with some 20-something buildings can't meet the demands of the next century. What do you want to leave for them? A statue of Philip Japet in the town? What are you going to leave for them? Some of you, history will be ashamed of you all. Some of you, history. Because I keep telling you that you're documenting history. I'm speaking here and I'm documenting history. When your grandchildren and children look back at our discussions, they'll be ashamed of yours. Some of them will spit on your grave in shame. And you would have deserved it, because what a man sows is what he reaps. Bunch of dumb sheeps. So let me set this straight. All St. Lucians are St. Lucians. Sons and daughters of St. Lucia. All St. Lucians are St. Lucians. And you flabos, don't think I'm not coming for you all tonight, you know. Nothing wrong with me, I good. But if I'm going to speak of the Labour Party, I got to speak of my party that I love. And I'll speak openly, because there's a lot of nastiness that is being done in the name of party that is not benefiting the country. But a bunch of people who want power, they want to be in it, they want to be forefront, and they're only forefront when a party wins, you know. I am smoking you all out tonight too. The United Workers' Party is bigger than your ego. It is bigger than your desire for power. This United Workers' Party, friends, it is considered to be the builder of St. Lucia. Remember that. And it was there before you. Some of you didn't care about the plight of St. Lucia when they really needed you. Where were some of you when St. Lucia really needed you? When they were burning the city. When they were blocking the roads and cutting people's bananas down. When they were violating St. Lucia. Where were some of you? And you always wait until the party look like it's about to win, and then you show up with a smile in your yellow t-shirt, and you want to push everybody else. All my viewers who are here taking all the mépris and the threats, you come in and you want to push them aside. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen, sir. Ma'am, it ain't going to happen. If you are a United Workers' Party supporter, let it be known now. Declare your hand. Don't hide behind me. Don't hide behind anybody else. But tonight is flogging night. Because if I don't speak now, I will have to hold my peace later on. So while I'm in this mood, naipale. Thank you for asking what happened to me. I good. So, you see this rat race thing that's going around in both parties? If you all don't cool out, y'all will have a holy, well, St. Lucia's already holy. Y'all will have a holier St. Lucia to deal with. Cousins not talking to cousins because of politics. Because somebody said they don't like Chasney, you're ready to kill them. They have their right not to like him. I have my right to love him. They have their right to support Philip J. Pear. Who do you think you are? Because they support. That's why we come here and we're throwing out the facts. We come here on the issues. We tell you, look at what Philip J. Pear doing in the country. Another $1 million for housing when they just said they had $10 million for housing. Where all this $10 million gone? Where's the $10 million? Where is it? 100 and something million dollars for house repair and this and that. A bunch of gimmick and scams. What's that, election money? What is it? Tell me. What is it? Look at the roads. Look at the Millennium Highway. Look at what you guys are doing right now. Look at what you're doing right now. Look at the hospital. Look at the hospital. So that's what I do. I present to you their ideas of development, and I present to you the United Workers' Party idea of development, and I tell you, you choose which is the best. But you're so hackish, you're like hackalackish that you can't see. You're into Philip Juppé. So you can't see that your country is underdeveloped. And some of you, one thing with y'all, some of you St. Lucians, y'all are professionals, y'all never go to school one day for nothing what you are talking about. All of you are experts. But all of us can agree that the new building should have been the original, should have been the new hospital for View Fort, that new building up there. All of us would agree with that, whether you're engineer or not. And for you not to use that building, wise me. You will give me those 2 billion and ask me which one I want to live in as my house, and I'm going to take that little building with all them little things there. Me? That's common sense. I take the bigger building, of course. And just like Jeopardy Alex, give it to me for 1,000. Not playing. So that's how you talk, but you want to talk about women, tanti, KKRR. If KKRR have a big bingo bag on him, draws him, he fall off his chair. Si ka fè si man sek ba kan pou fè pti maman, sa ba sa fè mwen. What I have to do with the issues, sa fè bouk la ki la ga sa. Si mon vle pitche, na pitche. If I feel a little place, then I vinek na foute KKR pa wall. Na I create FBI like KKR, cause si mon vle. Hey, wise me. Do that. Dancer. The fella come out, right? And he say, look, I quit on the Labour Party. He say, Buksa pa abo. Zofa shek Bugla. Le Bugla ka foute nou pa wad, Zofa shek pi. Le Bugla ka fiche, Bugla kite SLP ou sav. Ek Bugla, Zofa di, nou ne pou vey kou. De ban sheep. Kite Bugla fe bagay li ga sa. Bugla ni right. Ek bouch li pou disay vle. Ek mwen dou, si bi se ka pale on behalf of Flabbe ki to bako, now we, wise me, now we. So, what you sow is what you reap. Mwen ka fache KKR, money brain cells, at my age. Na fache moun for politics at my age. Si moun bable pale, if people don't want to talk to me, that's their problem. I talk to everybody. But I want to say to you, Labour Party people, stop your garbage. The man supported you all. He went to St. Lucia. He in one hotel swinging like Tarzan from hotel to hotel in St. Lucia. All over the place. Soufre everywhere telling people, vote for UW, vote for SLP, UW Babu. Appoise as I got it. You know, I went down and I see all these nice roads. But we have soufre te belle, we gasa said this. Eku still alek pesa bunda gasa, uri puto be a con. One more fall down. One more fall. Uri puto be a con. One more fall. Where? Ek tout bagay kaya alright, pariko. But what I'm saying is that you flabos stay out of the man's way. The man is a citizen. He has rights. And for me, if KKR is speaking on behalf of the SLP, moi content. Moi happy. Moi même. I spending time, I watching my little daughter, me watching KKR, putting out watching, I'm happily married. I got a pumuna. I didn't watch KKR. What's I watching them for? What? What? You had to keep from my house? My mem. Zobo isn't Lizzie. The issues that you should watch and focus on. And I always tell you guys, you know, you don't know how to win. Some of you supporters don't know how to win. Because your winning strategy is a losing strategy. You can't divide. You can't run people from your party and say you want to win. You cannot win. You see half of them flabos you see jumping up all over the place on social media. Half of them ain't voting nowhere, you know. Half of them do have a card, you know, an ID card. Money ID card, yeah, much easier. Money ID card, your panny. I gotta tell you the truth. Half of them don't care about no. Half of them won't go out. They tell you to watch the man that will run down on a plane and vote and come back, you know. There are more people in the diaspora who's not on Facebook who went down to vote. Occupy their Facebook, huh? And that's why I'm speaking to you, those of you who do not have an ID card, those of you who are not engaged, those of you who will not vote, who are vote. You shouldn't even be talking in a discussion and giving nobody mepui because you're not part of the solution. You're part of the problem. Imagine 50 votes or 50-something votes we missed in ancillary for Fede to gain that seat. 50, where the 50 was. We were afraid of the Labour Party. Shut your mouth. You didn't go out and vote. Where the 50 of you was? Frying chicken? Where you all was? Where you all was? 50 of you. 50 the man needed. 50 votes. And they all over Facebook giving me a plea. You all have to respect those flabos who went out to vote. I will say that tonight. Respect them. Yes, we were. And by the way, we love all of you. You know, it's just me I'm giving you all tonight because Zoto movie, honestly. It's true. It's true. We got to speak the truth. Some of you very movie. Some of you very movie. It's true. So, my point is, you stay out of KKR way. Let the man do what he wants. Let him move on his conviction. Let him move on his conviction. And to you, SLP, y'all are hypocrites. Because when he swing from the St. Lucia, from the United Workers Party to the Labour Party, you all behind him jumping. He did a good thing. You celebrated. Now you get a taste of your own medicine. You all created him, you know, for us. Yes, you all created him. You all created that weapon. And the weapon turned on you all. You all creating weapons that you all can't deal with. So Muna can take all kind of committee together to go at KKR. To got the bag, you got threateningly, you got mama. Some mobiles have. You all building weapons, you all have the code. You all don't know how to deactivate. You're too bad to play. You're too bad to play Trebuk like us. The same guy, you know, who was the best. And all the ministers going on his live. Yeah, they're going on his live. Mr. Shastny, if you see, we will send you some documents. Go send documents, lah. Même ces documents, ça, quelqu'un a servi les gens. Wise me. Hold on. If you see them fellas calling KKR, selling all kind of thing, here's something with the pastor. The pastor, this, look, we sending it to you. Check it. Yeah, tell him this. Mili, point. Após a dar faz, jovem letrei. Bugla. All I'm saying to the United Workers Party, you focus on winning. You focus on registering yourself. And if I should ask how many of you on this platform have an ID card or you're registered to vote, I'm sure I'm going to get some of you hiding. Go get your ID. Go get your ID. and understand what you're in. And I'm going to tell you again, you cannot win by dividing. You got to win by adding. Add moon. You running behind people, you tell them, oh, ça c'est vieux nègre, ça pas bon, we don't want you all a vieux labor. No, stop saying that, folks. Are you crazy? You know the amount of Labour Party people who right now are tired of this garbage? Do you know? Brethren, there's a whole group of these Labour people who are tired of this administration. Tired. And you telling them, they're not human, they're not St. Lucian, ou pas vle wè yo, ek bagay kon, tout bout beti sa. Tout bout beti sa. You win elections by adding, not taking away. Utan sa mo ka do? Yeah? If you keep taking a cup of rice from your bag, you will end up with no rice in your bag. You hear me? So I'm saying to you, stop cussing people off. Your St. Lucians like to cuss people off too fast. You like to jump in people's case too fast. You got to let people be. And if you believe in righteousness and you believe in, and that there's, and I always speak to you about a circle of life, it goes around, it keeps going around. That circle will turn. Let people be. People will come to their senses. You present something before them. Present your argument in a peaceful and respectful manner. Let peace and tranquility prevail in the land. Some of you having a whole program on TV, whole program on radio just to cuss him out, just to say he's a dog, he's not good because he turned on us. When you guys, when Stephenson King left the United Workers' Party, you SLP embraced him as the best thing. The man hypocrite. Brethren, you all saw that, right? When Stephenson King left the party, they celebrate. Philip Chipper, yes, he's one of us. He's one of us now. If I was in leadership in the United Workers' Party, I hold in KKRR and I telling them he's one of us now. Yeah. Ek si kite nou ka fouten yon coup de pied de festly akor. Ek ko nou ka move. Si vie nou ka pren akor until elections. Wise me. Lè kite nou ka fouten yon coup de pied. Ek yon coup de lolo bef yo bouze. Ouais même. KKRR. Yeah, man, they enjoy. When King left, they celebrate. They had parties. King leave the United Workers' Party. He wasn't a traitor for them. He was the best thing. KKRR leave. He's the traitor. He's the no good. But you all aggravating a man that you all give all the information. You know, you all realize that, right? You all are aggravating a man that you all used to send all kind of top information to. Zop moy labor. Zop a pay. Mate kaya attack me here. Mate kaya fè phone call like the gasa. Pa parle about me say gasa. Kite book la gasa. Yes. The best is yet to come. KKR is telling people, Garfield, ma trust me say gasa, mi se vole, mi se pabo, mi se vole à l'église, mi se pabo. Et yo ka di vieux pasteur. Gasa, tonight is my turn to laugh. Leave me alone, oh. That's a KKR qui met ça. Pas moi, c'est KKR. You all build him, you all design him, you all deal. You all should have had the antidote. No, any antidote. Look how welcomely. As Modi, see me say, Kite Akonoka for them you could pay. But he's on our side. Right now, he's talking for us. Just like Stephen the King came to you all had party to celebrate him. I having party right now to celebrate Kikiara. You all own atomic bomb that you all create. Deal with it. Don't come for us. Where? So, as Modu, me say they shy bag about me. A lot of you are getting mad with me because you say, why you Garfield talking to him? Yeah. Why? Because why? That's all. Me Lani yon mem. Anyway, let me not look for trouble tonight, eh? Let's just deal with the issues, friends. So I spoke earlier, right, of this $100 and something million from the Taiwanese for housing in St. Lucia. 103 or whatever it was, $1 million. They have not accounted fully to us for the 10 million, you know. But now the same story from last year. We're going to build house and repair house. We got 10 million and we get all the money now. So we're going to, and what did we see? 3 shacks in Dennery, unfinished, used plywood, no bathroom, not even a light bulb, a mosquito trap in the lagoon. You go behind those houses, is a mosquito nest. Plus the house is a mosquito trap. Because the Sani 2 tell my guy, St. Lucy's up, you're specialized in 2. Mama. My guy St. Lucy said 2 a kai, 2 a shime, 2 a tetmund, 2 patu. Huh? So, another set of $1 million. But I'm concerned still, you know, about those 2 houses in Dennery. And don't tell me the guys were on the boats and, you know, this is better than nothing. No, that's garbage. If you as a government, you are building for the citizens of St. Lucia, you give them what they deserve. You give them something good. And I suspect you guys believe that those men deserve those 3 shacks with a wooden bed that they build in the air with 2x2. These are senior men. See akang boy yonde shot one, make he less like he tobe kase kui. And I know Akang from a little boy. When I was a little boy, I knew Akang in Dennery as a fisherman. And that's what you believe that the citizens deserve because they are sleeping on the boats. You know what you could have done? You could have taken your time, invest that money wisely. Where is the money that you assigned to Dennery? Those 3 plywood house ain't cost $100 because it is pieces of plywood that you all get from some construction site and you all put together. It ain't worth $1. I know what you're going to do. You're going to tell me how ugly I am and blah, blah, blah. But that's when you finish doing all that, let's get to the issue. So my question is again, those 3 homes in Dennery, why did you guys not build a proper place for these fellas and put a proper, even though there's 1 bathroom with water so that all 3 of them can use that 1 bathroom, but you just build the house. By the way, I'm using the word house, and that's a shame that I am falling into this crap too. You build those 3 things. And that's what the citizens deserve. And you know what I would have, in some countries, communist countries, you know what they would do? Put you all ministers to sleep for a month in those same shacks without toilet and without running water. Can you imagine to see Philip J. and his Mongoose gang waking up in these three things in Dennery, going and look for water in people's backyard and pooping in the lagoon, in the little canal behind the house, and mosquito biting them at night and water wetting them when the rain comes. They have to dodge all over the house in little corners, stand up, sleep with the head up in the air, sleep headways, downways, all over. Can you imagine see those Philip J. and his Mongoose gangs sleeping for a month in that condition and having to go look for water every morning? No electricity. Some countries would put them in those 3 homes for a month. And after that, they would never build such garbage for people again. Somebody tell me even fowl pens in St. Lucia have electricity. Fowl pens have light for the fowls to stay up at night. And them fellas build 3 homes. No water, no electricity, no toilet, a mosquito trap. And put 3 senior citizens in it and say that's what they deserve and we should shut up. St. Lucians don't deserve that, folks. And I would say if we are using taxpayers' money to build anything for St. Lucians, we should build the best for them. Every opportunity government gets to build something for the people, they should give them good quality stuff. Durable stuff, things that will last. That's the least you can do for the citizens. If you are giving them something, give it to them good. Don't go pick up pieces of plywood and patch it together. And pick up some piece of door, cut the door in 2. And imagine when I went there to see the house, when I exposed it, you know what they do? They went behind the fellas cussing them off because the guys gave me a tour of their mansion, the 3 mansion for how much it came out of the $10 million. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how they calculate it. But I would love to see a breakdown of the bills. Mr. Prosper, you building a mansion, I heard, in another place. Well, that's not my business. But at least Denrians deserve something good. And if I was the representative for Dennery and any Castries people, ministers or prime ministers, come and tell me to build garbage from my people in Dennery, I would run them, I would ban them from driving through Dennery. I ban you from coming through Dennery. If that's what you want me to give my people, they deserve better. Denrians deserve good stuff. What is good? Where's Mr. Prosper in all this? Where's the People Carnival money? Up to now, a new year is upon us. No prize giving ceremony for the band leaders. Up to now, they ain't get $1. It ain't seem they're going to get any. They were bamboozled. You have been got. So they mess with the band leaders. And the band leaders are the ones that end up with nothing because money gone. And I looked at the receipts, I looked at the plans, I got all the information. It's a shame that those who don't need are grabbing. They're grabbing for themselves. They're grabbing. And it's always like that, The Red Cross bring stuff in St. Lucia during a disaster. Those who should not be grabbing are grabbing. They want a water drum. They have enough water bins around the house, But they pull in. They want one. Put 2 behind the house. Always like that. The haves taking the donations from the have-nots and don't feel anything about it. How do you take the monies that were given for the band leaders. How do you take that money? No prize giving ceremony up to now, you know. How do you do that with a straight face and come here and give Flabo Mepui? How do you do that? Huh? How do you do that? Brethren, it's my constitutional right to speak on this platform. If you don't like it, you can stifle. You can suck your teeth. That's your right to. Or suck your dentures, whatever you have. That's not my problem. That's your constitutional rights to swallow your dentures if you want. But I have a right to speak here. And I have a right to the freedom of conscience. That's right. Freedom of conscience. That's why I don't like people put nothing in my head. Let me figure it out for myself. Don't tell me what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. You stay out of my head. This is my story, and this is my song. Mind your business. And not because I'm Flabo that I have to swallow all Flabo pills. No. Are you crazy? If Flabo is doing something wrong to the country, I have a responsibility to speak up against it. To hold them. Because don't come here and pretend like Flabos are all saints and they don't make mistakes and everything they do is gold. Don't, sir. Don't pull that over me. I ain't in no cult. Are you crazy? Allow me freedom of conscience. Because at the end of the day, you guys would throw me under the bus. I'm very much aware of that. Any mistake, under the bus. Any mistake, my flyboy car. All of us are very much aware of that. That's what I'm saying. You guys need to support your mouthpiece. Yes, we have supporters who are supporting us and they're liking, they're sharing our platforms. But these platforms cost monies to manage and to function. Subscriptions. Every time you check your account, this coming out, that coming out for this software, that coming out for this software. You only do what to say, when to say it, how to jump, when not to jump. Is that right? And any error, there's no room for error on your part, but they can make all the errors. They are allowed to make the errors. They ain't making a lot of sacrifice. I got to tell you the truth. Well, don't talk about this right now on the platform. It's not your platform, it's my platform. Please. Mo hapwe ase me pui pou mon parle how I want, when I want. Yo akwe me bagay telman rasas. De le na oui, de le na masahele. When I have to take it like a man. Yeah? Lest they think that I'm weak. And they're strong. But yes, of course, I'll be the first one to say Flabo have done a lot of foolishness in the past. I've seen it in my eyes throughout the years. Mistakes that should not have been made. Sometimes because of some greedy guy who wants all the spotlight and wants everything, want to control. You meet some people like that. They got to be the life of the party. They got to be in charge. They don't know how to sit under somebody else's leadership and give them support. Why do you think the Flabo is where it is? Everybody wants to be the chief. Everybody wants to be in charge. Everybody wants to be close to the leader. Everybody, so they throw everybody else that they think is close to the leader, they throw you under the bus. They whisper in the ear of the leader. Papa, le ba mi se gas, mi se pa bon. Don't trust him. Don't talk to him. Don't do this. Don't go on this platform. Don't go on that one platform. Don't like his life. Don't go on his life. Don't like it. We're very much aware of those things in parties, both SLP and UWP. rat race. But country must be first. Think about your nation. And think and understand that the United Workers' Party built St. Lucia. The Labour Party did some building, but they also did some tearing down. Look at St. Jude Hospital. That's a proof of tearing down and not building up. Look at the airport, downgrading, not upgrading. Look at our roads, downgrading, not upgrading. They wreck the nation. Look at the supermarket shelf. And I heard guys said this week that the fellas downgrade the road. The bridge is what, 3 lane? And when before you get to the bridge, 2 lane. How in the world that happens? Where in the world that happens? You build bigger and bigger and better, not smaller. These fellas are a bunch of clowns. How do you downgrade a road, downgrade a hospital, downgrade an airport instead of building up? Because one, everybody's going to be owning a car very soon in St. Lucia. So you want bigger roads, more space on your highways. Huh? You can't downgrade your roads when you have traffic jam all over the city, traffic jam everywhere, just to get from Castries to Denry. How many hours? It's like you in the United States, are you traveling from New York to Florida? Right there in St. Lucia, it takes you forever just to get into the town and to get around the town and to get out of the town. And them fellas downgrading. So that's why I say to you that the United Workers' Party is known for building bigger and better. Remember, the Labour Party was always known for cost overrun. They're the ones who introduced cost overrun to St. Lucia. And when they get the cost overrun, they come and they say, oops, something happened. And that's their excuse, something happened. Guess what? Throughout the history of St. Lucia, St. Lucians, after they elect the St. Lucia Labour Party, they have always returned to the UWP and asked them to come in and fix this for us. Some of you don't have time to think about those things, but that's the fact. Every time the St. Lucia Labour Party puts St. Lucia in a mess, they always turn back to the SLP, the UWP, and say, could you come and fix that for us, please? And as soon as you almost finish fixing it, they throw you out. I don't know why. Maybe some politicians get very arrogant and start forgetting the people and start acting like they're the boss, and they roll up their windscreen and they pass you straight on the road. Not even a ride they want to give you. Some of them don't even want to talk to you. And some of you don't even know your own people or you know yourself, St. Lucians. Look at the 2.5% tax. We warned them. We said to them it's a compound tax. It's a dangerous tax, and it should not be. We walked against it. We spoke about it. And I remember Mr. Chastney vividly saying, fellas, this thing is not good. It's not a good idea. He even brought groceries in the house. They laughed at him. And Mr. Peter King said, well, no, it's just a little 2.5%. I heard many online bloggers saying, this one was telling me it is only 2.5%. That's nothing. That's just sense. Now the chartered accountant says, oh boy, all the business people are angry about this tax. It is a burden on our businesses. It is a burden on the citizens of St. Lucia. Peter King said he's advising the Prime Minister to apologize to the people of St. Lucia and remove the tax immediately. We told them that. Duh. Did they listen? No, they're arrogant, rude, and know it all. Brethren, over and over, the United Workers' Party have proven themselves to me. For the past 3 years, forget about COVID. You see the past 3 years, The United Workers' Party have proven themselves to me. Me sitting by this set, by the camera and all them lights around me, blinding me every night until my vision is a little low. But thank God that before I even started this broadcast, my lens is broadcast lens. For some reason, I have the anti-glare everything. I put it there even before I had all these lights in front of me. And it's helping me, yes, a lot. If you look at my glasses, you won't see any glare on it. You can't see anything reflecting on it because it's anti-glare. But that's not the issue right now, isn't it? Anti-glare. The United Workers' Party proved themselves to me. But not all in the party, you know. Sadly. They proved themselves, especially those who are in Bradley and Mr. Shastney, those who are in, and the senators, them fellas have proven themselves because these guys and Mr. Chairman, Mr. TP, those guys, they came forward and they said, guys, this tax is a bad tax. They wasn't playing politics, you know. Them fellas were serious like a bull. And there are many other issues that they were right on. And there are many other issues that only time will reveal the truth. That the United Workers' Party was right all the time. They were right on the Dia Mall. They were right on the Grocery Highway. They were right on victimization with Sky FM license. And that is another waste of time. That's garbage right there. How do you, Mr. King, just go into power and just send your enforcement guy to pull the plug on Sky FM? And that's just, nobody says nothing about it. What's the real story behind that? Anyway. What's the real story behind that? Yeah? They've proven themselves to be right. St. Jude's is still on my mind. Anyway, you know what we're going to do now? Let's open the lines, and then I want you to call, folks. Let's hear from you. I've been talking a lot. What time is it? 8:28. Let's do the rest of the calls. Let's read your comments, and then we will take your calls, all right? Okay, we see Marvin Charles, ex-police inspector Bastian, will be making a stop in the BBC studio next week to talk about crime and some ways to help lower the crime rate. Jean-France, my sister, Peter King have wire in his tongue. Caribbean American News, calling you on the air.
Brother Garfield, how are you?
Greetings, my brother. How are you?
Yes, I like what you're saying, and good program. But Brother Garfield, two things quickly
Yes, talk to
that
me.
bothers me tremendously. Oh, by the way, remember I'd given you some information last week, because I do come on platforms like yours or others and spread propaganda or falsehood or give wrong information.
That's right.
Or to use the common phrase, fake news.
Yeah.
You said you will do some research on this whole electoral office. Have you gotten any new information on your end?
No, I haven't. Do you have anything new for us?
No, the information I have stands, but I want you to do the research so that I don't want people to think when I come on those platforms like yours, I spread falsehood or I spread propaganda.
Right.
But so do some research, and hopefully in the next show or program you can enlighten the Senation public, because this is one of the issues that really, really concerns me. This electoral office, the fact that there is not a chief elections officer. The guy who was there, who held that position, went on retirement. The Labour Party saw it fit not to appoint a chief elections officer, but rehire him as a consultant.
Mm-hmm.
On a 1-year contract, paying him huge sums of money at the expense of what? And there are persons, from what I'm being told, like I said, at the electoral office who are competent enough to hold that position. So do some research, and then I'm looking forward to your results.
Okay, I'll be on it. I'll be on it.
But what concerns me further,
talk to me.
I happened to watch this so-called Bato Relay independence thing. Today, I think they were in the Denver North constituency. So it got to a point where they were at Olio, and this is what concerns me. It seems that they're using this Bato Relay independence thing as a political tool, that is the Labour Party government. Because this is what happened this evening. So when they got to Olio, and there were a few persons gathered there were different activities and what have you, it came to a point where they had this solo, they call solo, which is the singing of our Creole and what have you.
Yeah.
So this solo band, I assume they're from the Denver Valley, came on. And one of the singers decided to take a political slant and saying, "Oh, nobody not going to remove Sean Edward from Denver North." And that just jumped to me, because I'm saying to myself, but why use that at that occasion? It's supposed to be an independence activity, and independence is not a UWP or Labour Party thing. It's a St. Lucian thing. So at that time, when I heard this solo person singing, "Oh, nobody gonna remove Sean Edward from Denver North," in the Creole language, not the English Creole. But what concerns me more, Brother Garfield, is the fact that Sean Edward was right there, and he said nothing. To me, if I'm the parliamentary rep, and this is an independence activity, it's supposed to be for every St. Lucian, and that was done, I would stop the group and say, "Hey, let us cut this solo song, because it's not a political event. It's not a St. Lucia Labour Party event. It's a St. Lucian thing. It's an independence activity, and that's how it's supposed to be." But he said nothing. In fact, to me, his body language is like he encouraged it. Why this government, every single thing they have to do, this Labour Party, is to play politics with? When you look at the characters involved in this whole battle, really, it's top Labour Party hat. That is sad, Brother Garfield. And it brought me back 45 years ago. We're celebrating our 45th anniversary this year. It brought me back 45 years ago, when this very same Labour Party political organization, who never supported the idea of independence, they fought Sir John Compton tooth and nail, saying that St. Lucia should not be independent from Great Britain, from England. But today now, they're enjoying the independence, which is okay. They're St. Lucian. But it should not be politicized. There should not be any politics in this thing.
Right.
This is heartbreaking. To tell me you have an activity like that.
It should be free of politics.
It should be free and clear from any political politics.
Yep.
The group is singing their thing. "Oh, Sean, nobody's going to remove Sean." As a parliamentary rep, Sean Edwards should have stopped them right and say, "Hey, guys, there's some others, you can sing something else, but I don't want this political thing, because it's supposed to be an independent activity, not a Labour Party activity." But he said nothing. In fact, his body language, like I said earlier, indicated to me that he endorsed it, he encouraged it.
And it reminds me too of the diaspora. Some of these events, you swear they're SLP events.
That is what I'm saying.
Even in the diaspora here, if you go as a flabo, they start looking at you and heckling you and stuff like that. They don't send information to you.
This is why I want to contribute in the diaspora in New York to St. Lucia.
You really can't.
But I cannot, because the characters around those events, who plan those events, they're too political.
You have one that band Come or whatever she is. You go there and they start casting remarks at you. I mean, you cannot.
So it's sad.
Sad, yeah.
I'm hearing now there's another shortage of sugar. How long can St. Lucians tolerate that? Every 2 or 3 months, we're hearing a shortage of sugar.
Yeah.
Then we're hearing that the current situation, instead of it getting better, it's getting worse. Look, we're hearing now $10 million was given a loan they took from the Labour Party. They took a loan from the Taiwanese government.
Yeah.
$10 million to build houses. They built 3 huts in January. That's the only thing we saw last year. Now I'm hearing another $1 million will be more to build houses. Remember Richard Frederick's famous promise.
Yeah.
Before July last year. That's what he said.
Yeah.
We will see work on the cul-de-sac housing project. Not even a short turning ceremony.
Yeah.
We're in 2024 and $10 million just went down the drain and Federation sit by and say nothing. And we're celebrating our 45th anniversary in maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
And look,
I mean,
Marvin is trying to build a house in Miko, I think it is, or Monrepo for a guy. The guy house fall down. And where's the $10 million to help build the man a house? Where's the money?
Exactly. Look another situation. This guy, kudos to him. Thaddeus Antoine, I think that's his name. I try to get his name wrong. Anybody on the chat can correct, but he's from the Dennery Valley.
Yeah.
He had a live today and he said, this elderly gentleman needed a house. His house was in a deplorable condition. And he went to the parliamentary rep, which was Sean Edwards, for assistance. According based on what he's saying, I don't know if it's true, but he said so on his live, that Sean told him, I'm not helping you because you did not support me. He voted UWP. And thanks to him and a group and Sarah Polius, they were able to fix the house for the gentleman. Nice house.
Congratulations to them.
So I want to applaud this gentleman, Thaddeus. I cannot remember his surname, but those of you who know him, he comes here, he does his live from time to time. I want to applaud him and Sarah Polius and the others who came together collectively, and build this house for this gentleman. He's an elderly gentleman.
Sarah is a good woman.
And he was saying that. So it's sad. The politics are slowly destroying our country, Brother Garfield.
Yeah.
But you know what? We have to stand firm. We have to believe in something. And we have to apply the pressure where it's supposed to be applied so that we can have a different country. Because right now, our country, St. Lucia, is in a bad place.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'll end it here, Brother Garfield. Have a blessed night.
You too,
good program as usual.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Folks, the lines are open. Let us call. And I see one of our callers from the Valley in St. Lucia making a correction. That's Christiana James is saying, I was on my farm and the song they were playing have nothing to do with independence. Okay. All right. So, yeah. She says, James is saying when they got to La Pearl. All right. So good. But as far as I'm concerned, the Valley will get good representation from the chosen candidate there in that area. And I believe the lead there is Sarah. Call you on the air, Caribbean American News Media. What's on your mind?
Hello. Good night, my brother Garfield. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Good night. I'm good. I want to say good night to all of the patriots and all the people who really love their country.
That's right.
And I'm telling you, we got to put our country first, my people. Because I will tell you something. After the convention, I saw the zeal, I saw the energy in our global people. But I don't know si nou ma e top cochon, si nou we top sorrel for the Christmas. I see as the things are slowing down. So I think the town hall should start again to pump up people again. Because I need to tell the people, we are seeing all of those things that the Labour Party are doing wrong. The Labour Party have been in power for 3 years. And if you check the constituency, basically nothing is not happening. What the Labours want to do now, you know what they are doing? They are having a local meeting. And what they are doing, when they have a community meeting, they realize the people are not attending the meeting in the community. They are taking people from other communities to bring them to those meetings so that the hall is packed. My brother, it is sad to see that nobody in the times of difficulty is vowing for those minimum wage. My friend, very few subject for the best to me, they can put a $18 and okay. You understand me? They can put cigarettes $20 okay. You know, those things are deep over here. But my friend, when they don't have a minimum wage, and every day you go to the supermarket, look at that infrastructure, right? You have your bills like water bill, light bill, everything going up, and still we have people working for $300 a week. $300 a week. I gave it to Brother Garfield when there is a lady that works in a hotel 12 hours until the night. You understand? She works 6 to 6. Where is the minimum level? Where is the where they some people can put a 5% on us?
Yeah.
What on the things and the rich, they are crying, and the poor, but the people who hate to but stopping in only in the community, not within. The truth, but I don't know where them are building, extending on their homes. They have new vehicles. You understand? They are the ones benefiting when nothing is not happening in this country. And the healthcare stuff from August, they have been picking up hospitals that wow. You go to the land, they tell you the hospital. I think a minister to come and really mean so of the poor people struggling and better less than when they are not doing it's also they are you know, things all they get, no good health treatment, you know, actually, you go to the distance, they are sorry, you go to the report, so when they wow, big loser, so it's not about that day, and keep your future, your future. It's about your future. You about your future. During the pandemic, you get the something in road. And it built millions of symptoms for something that's right and get the this bridge now it's a this one work during the pandemic. You shut open your eyes and see but the ministers like Richard people that is not Richard is not Richard we try to pay our bills every month. I see so many people like Wasco crying. You know, Wasco and Lucy Lake, they don't give you, I believe within 2 months, you don't pay. They take your meters. Wow. Wake up, St. Lucia. It is time for us to bring back Shafney. Bring him back because he really cares. And I want to send a message to the other people who wants to come. Don't be afraid. This man, Alan Shafney, is a man who loves us. My labor. I know a lot of you are converting. You're not coming. But I know there are some troubles. They are running after those people. You all need to stop. You all cannot win an election alone. We need to open our arms. Yes, we have to be careful. Because you have to be careful. But at the same time, we cannot run after people. Before I leave, I want to Dr. Sylvia Wilson will be in studio on Sunday, and we have so much to talk about. And my dear brother Bastien will be with us next week also. So I want you all to tune in because the doctor and the ex-police officer, they have so much we have to talk about. Mama Flobo, we savvy wed. Me regardez. C'est Mama Ileba qui please because God knows how they won the election. It was not fair. It was through evil, lies, and deception. Hold on tight. Do not allow nobody to kick you out of your party. You have a right to support UWP. Because I am here to stay. I don't care who say what they say about Marvin Charles. I am there for country, and I support Shafne because he has proved that he is a visionary leader. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for that call. All right, so yes, the call was a little distorted, but that is Marvin Charles there from Poile, BBC, there in St. Lucia. Folks, the lines are open. Let me just say something. Jimmy Henry is going to be coming out on our platform very soon. We're just working out stuff with him. But let me say this, that I saw some people's concern about my me putting out a post stating that welcome back or he's back. The comeback. There is a process within the United Workers' Party of selecting candidates for the next general elections. It is a process that the party has put together, and we trust the process that we are going to get the best candidates for the country, the best reps for the different communities. And so I am not putting Jimmy Haynes out there as a rep or a candidate. The brother indicated to me that, look, he wants to support the United Workers' Party. He wants to be back. He wants to support them. I embrace him. And some of us like to, we like to dwell on people's past and to bring it up. Well, he didn't support us. A lot of other people didn't support us. But here is a man who is saying, look, I want to be part of the army. I want to be part of this movement. We are adding. That's one more that we have added. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So we got to sometimes breathe and just trust the process. The United Workers' Party, they have a process of selection of officers, of representatives. As a matter of fact, there are some who we know are the favorites of their communities, people who are in the community working. They have run before. Some of them were ministers before, and they have already said that I am running again. So we got to trust the parties, trust the process. Let's not muddy the process and start saying, well, this person is a candidate, this person is not the candidate. Allow the party to do their work. Let us get out of their way. Let's encourage them. But let us not muddy the water when it comes to the selection of candidates. Allow the party to do its work. Period. And that's why I am waiting when the party puts out the list. Caribbean American News will look at the list and we will endorse candidates for the next year elections. Also, we'll throw our weight behind these candidates. But please, let us not muddy the water. Let us not muddy the water. Let's allow the process to play out, all right? Caribbean American News Media, caller, you're on the air.
Good evening, Brother Garfield. Good evening to everyone. How are you, Brother Garfield?
Not bad at all, Not bad at all. What's on your mind?
Good, Joel. Um, St. Lucia for the Garfield, St. Lucia.
St.
St.
Lucia.
Lucia and what's happening to us in St. Lucia. And looking around me and seeing that we falling uh we falling to the depths of the ocean rather than rising like a phoenix.
Mm.
So um my thing is we need to wake up. 2024, we need to wake up. We need to rise up. I mean, rise up as one St. Lucia. Rise up to save St. Lucia from falling all the way to the bottom of the ocean. Um, I have heard. I mean, I heard. I think it was Marvin tonight talking about starting the um, town hall meetings and stuff over again. I quite agree with him.
I think
And
that is
embracing
coming.
persons.
That is coming. They right
Yes.
now the executive, they have a lot on their hand when it comes to preparation for the celebration of, I think, the 100th anniversary of the United Workers Party, and also preparing the candidates. So I know that they're putting stuff together and they're working diligently behind the scenes. I know I spoke to Brother TP and the round table. I know it started last week. It's going to continue. The town hall meetings, those meetings will continue. So you know they're trying to work work as best as they can to get stuff done.
Great stuff. And that's good. However, I mean, we need to work. We're working on the party, and we're working on how we're moving forward with candidates, etc. In the meantime, our lives in St. Lucia is just falling apart in ruins.
Sorry.
Do we have? I think now nine murders for the month, and the month of January is barely over. I think so. I think it's 9. The count is 9.
Yes, I believe it's 9.
And if the count is 9, let's pray to God it doesn't turn to 10 or even one more, because that's too many in 1 month for St. Lucia. This is going to affect us in more ways than one. I have my theory on certain things that, I have a mind. We use it critically. We think. How many of these murders committed last year have been solved? How many of these murders, and I ask that question again, have been solved? Do we know how these guys are getting killed, or are we just blaming gang warfare in St. Lucia? Now, how could the government sit by and just let those murders from last year? It's like, they're dead, they're gone. They were a menace in society. They're gone. It doesn't matter. Every life, we should try to save every life that we can as a country and a government. Okay? We should try to save every life and reform every life. It's like last year never happened. And then this year, now January, we're already at 9. Are you telling me that we don't know who's doing those killings? Are these contract killings? Is someone, and I'm asking questions there, is someone quieting those guys? Is someone silencing those guys? And people might find it strange that I come up with these things and I talk about these things. However, we need to open our eyes to the country we're living in and the people that are involved in our politics. We need to open our eyes to what's going on in this little country that we're living in. Are these contract killings? Are we silencing those young men? What really is going on in St. Lucia? Now, our tourism industry hasn't been doing well from 2022 into 2020, the beginning of 2023. I can say that because I watch the numbers. Okay, I can say that because I've been following the trends all of last year to see how many people we have coming in, how many flights, etc. Is the government going to blame those killings now for the fall in tourism? Because I'm watching all of that and I'm saying it here on this platform early enough because it's yet to come. We have to hear them say, because of the murder, St. Lucia has been put on a list and now our tourism isn't doing good. But listen, our tourism has not been doing good. Someone has not been doing their work. And I don't think I'm exaggerating here because we know the numbers. Okay? But look out for it. It's coming, St. Lucians. It is coming. We are here in St. Lucia watching, and I will say it, Mr. Peterkin, and you mentioned it. Mr. Peterkin, when you made that statement last year, there were some of us saying, no, this 2.5 is compounded. This thing is going to end up to be a 7.5% or 10%.
We did.
And it did. I mean, we're not economists and we're not accountants, as in qualified accountants, chartered accountants. We don't own an accounting firm. Didn't you see that from last year when we all were talking about it? Only now? But better late than never anyway, Mr. Peterkin. So thank you for coming out and saying exactly what we said last year. You know, it's a number of things that we have discussed on your program. For some strange reason, all of a sudden, and not for some strange reason, the truth will always, Alison, who always calls the shows, she always says that the truth will always override the lies and take evil, good will always prosper.
Yep.
Evil will never be able to prosper.
Righteousness
so everything that we have, yes, righteousness always wins. We have been speaking about quite a few things. The K9 unit, we discussed that on your show, Brother Garfield. And I'm here, it's like I'm reminiscing because I'm listening to certain things that are going on right now. And I'm like, we had a long discussion about this K9 unit on your show. Deja vu that you took out the K9 unit. Why? I went as far as making a statement, and I'm still asking that question. Did we remove the K9 unit to suit certain people in St. Lucia? Did we remove it to ensure that, according to someone, certain boss men goods are not tampered with? Are those boss men supporting campaigns, political campaigns? I'm asking those questions. We must. And in St. Lucia, it is about time we start changing the politics, especially when it comes to campaign. Parties should say where their campaign funds are coming from. Because a lot of things are going on. Look at the number of killings we have. Where are those guns coming from? You took out the K9 unit. I think I remember Philip JPS saying he was talking to the Attorney General about bringing back the K9 unit last year. Correct? Am I correct or wrong?
First of all, they cursed Mr. Shastney of spending too much money on the dogs.
That's right.
Now
$40,000 a month.
He's saying that the reason why they stop it is because of the scanners were to be fixed, and once you had the scanner, you didn't need the dogs. Blah blah blah, and that's the excuse that they gave after.
But when he took out the K9 unit, the scanners were not working.
They had already
the scanners were not working.
They had already damaged
the scanners. That's right. The scanners. Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Garfield.
That's it. I'm heading there.
Thank you, Dr. Garfield.
You're welcome.
No, because they took off the K9 unit.
Yeah.
You removed it. Complained about $40,000, but you can put thousands, millions of dollars into jazz festival and make $5 million back. 14 million and make $5 million. Put millions of dollars into carnival and make nothing back. Do you understand? But when it comes to our security and our border security, you cannot fund $40,000 a month. Philip J. Pierre, you need to resign. Get up and go and leave our parliament, please, quickly. Quickly walk out of the prime minister's chair. We do not want you there. Because everything we discussed last year, now you come in and make up excuses for it. We stood up against certain things last year. We had marches against certain things last year. And now are we hearing our excuses? Excuses from the government? What has this government done for St. Lucia? Yes, SLP, answer that question because they're quick to come at you. What has this government done for St. Lucia? They came in 2021, 22, 23. We are right now in 2024. 2024, and St. Lucia has fallen to the ground, to the bottom of the ocean. We've plunged. And then you're telling me that now you're coming with an excuse about the K9 unit? There's no excuse for this. $40,000 was not too much money for us to pay for our border security.
And I heard that we were not even paying that money. It was the criminals that was paying that $40,000.
Yes, because the dogs were actually paying for themselves.
Yep.
They were paying for themselves because when they bust money and they bust, the unit was paying for itself.
So it wasn't a burden on the state.
So we were not. That's correct. Look, our big airport that was planned was not going to be a burden on the state.
No.
It was going to be paid through taxes, travel taxes.
Yep.
People paying head tax, right? You come and you say you're making the airport smaller. Everything you're doing is smaller. 10 million US dollars, which is 27 million EC dollars, over 27 million EC dollars, 3 little huts. Everything that you guys are doing are little. And then we are paying more for, and we are paying exorbitant figures for everything. People look at when UWP was in office, we were paying less money and receiving a lot more. A lot more. Our lives were better. The economy was, things were happening in St. Lucia. We all could eat. We all could sleep. We all could move around.
St. Lucians,
now,
they don't remember that. So we got to remind them.
Right now, we've gone backwards. We can't afford food. We can't afford bills. We can't afford to leave our homes and go and sit somewhere and have a casual chat with a friend because we're afraid bullets. We have to be dodging bullets and stuff. We can't do anything in St. Lucia. Our ports are being sold. Our airport is being downgraded. Everything. We have crime going on. They've taken off our K9 unit. The scanners are not working. St. Lucia has fallen. And we are paying exorbitant figures in taxes. I mean, guys, wake up. And we need an election this year, Philip J. Pierre. We need it this year. We can't wait until 2025 or 26. Sorry, but we can't wait. We want an election this year. It is time for you to go. I am calling on the Prime Minister of St. Lucia to resign. And I'm not the only one. I'm speaking on behalf of a large fraction of St. Lucians here. Not a small fraction, a large fraction of St. Lucians want you to step down. And I'm hoping that your pundits and yourself, that you are listening, you have failed this nation. You have failed us. You have failed us in more ways than one. I've already gone through many ways that you failed us, and I still have a whole long list that I need to go through, but I will let somebody else call tonight.
Thank you so much.
I just know that we want you to go. And for everybody under this live who wants Philip J. Pierre to step down, please just type it down. PJP step down. Leave. Put a comment under the live because he needs to see, they need to see that we need him to get out of our parliament and move himself, take himself and remove him from the parliament and remove himself from the seat as prime minister because he's not doing a good job. And when he's going, take his Richard Frederick and his Wayne Gerard, take them with him because they do not need to be in the prime minister's office either.
Thank you.
On
my
that
friend.
note, Brother Garfield, I will let somebody else call. You have a good night.
That's right. Night to you. Thank you for calling. Yes, my friends, that was our favorite caller. It is 10 o'clock in your country. You should be in your bed. Somebody say, usher him out.
And usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out.
I usher you out just now. Yes, my friends. So, as I said, it's 10 o'clock and we got to go. But somebody asked a question. Let me see here. And Alina, I believe it is the two building part of the so-called box, according to the St. Lucia Labour Party? I'm not even sure what two building Philip Jipe is talking about. I mean, he called it a box. I mean, I don't know if it's one box, two box, three boxes. I mean, you understand my confusion? He said up the box. So now the box have cousins, little boxlets. I confuse folks, man. My fault, man. Lady, I can't answer your question. Because when I went to the building, I saw one new building with something like a tail connecting it to another existing building. So the Prime Minister called it a box. Now, if you get a box from Amazon delivered to your house, it means that you get one box. But he said that they are using two buildings from the box. I don't know if I heard that right. You all correct me if I am misrepresenting the Prime Minister, and I would love to be corrected. Because I keep hearing people saying about this. He said he's going to use two buildings in the box. And I get very confused because it's either boxes or a box one. And Reverend Massa whip on back. I say I'm try. I'm not in Philip there.
And usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone. Just a minute. Just a minute. Take his microphone. Usher him out.
Big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre attacked elderly people and tell. A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre attacked.
The content on this platform.
That box thing is a big story for me. A big story. That one, honestly, for me, is a big story because I don't know if there were other little boxlets at the box. Bobagay my boy. So the guy said my boy swear, but I may say thank God. So sister, questions I will look for Mr. Big Story to give you that big story about the box and the boxlets. The box stay there so long it make boxlets. See?
Elderly people and tell. A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story.
Gouvernement Gus boxla vetima mai come boxlet see so you guys every day two in the boxlet.
JPA attack elderly people and tell. A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip JPA attack elderly people and tell.
Anyway, folks, hey, I see my friend Lydia, BBDD, the box multiplying week. I've it in my mind. I hope it not making baby for them other 20-something buildings. There's a bagay bon. Whole car box la bagay bon. What got these Stanislas, greetings to you. Greetings. Marcellus. Martins, how are we? We'll have to send our investigator Martin to see Sakika. What is going on? What in the world is going on at the big story? Come on, man. Sharon. Lincoln Pascal, where you? Lincoln. Call Lincoln, monsieur. I saw Evita there earlier. Lincoln. Before I go, I wanted to hear from Lincoln, you know me. Ibakri. Lincoln, the number is 929-586-1821. We got to go now. I have some flying fish I got. So I got to go fry them. I took them out already. Mostly my flying fish, I swear. And I got to do it before 10 o'clock because Masa Moy after 10. See Moy after 10 night don't me. The more I bat Moy. Why, ma'am? Spring.
Mon passe à point magie bêtise ça. Mon passe à point magie bêtise ça.
Boss Lady over on our YouTube channel. Boss Lady, you just came from vacation and you want to go back on vacation? Sakafet. My friend Lucy, Petra, Gloriana, and also Sylvia. All my people are over there. Greetings to you, my friends, over on our YouTube channel. And Francis, where you get that flying fish? Yes, my brother-in-law brought it up. From Barbados, the land of the flying fish. I hear Trinidad take all the people flying fishery. Well, man, flying fish expensive in Barbados. Yeah. Expensive, I heard. But I got some, yes. I got some. And I got some in my Springer voice, see?
Mon passe à point magie bêtise ça.
Somebody trying to get my flying. Let me see. I live on Long Island. Can you send me some? I will pray about it. Oh dear, me and my mouth look. Me say, lovely flying fish, boy. Why is me? Don't make me go and look for whitening and make you all believe it's flying fish. No, but I did get some. I'm going to be frying tonight. Yes, Sharon, greetings to you. Thank you so much. Blessings, Mama Flabo. Anyway, folks, keep the faith. You all stay strong. Let's respect each. May I call Gavini? I hope it's not a request of flying fish. Thanks. Caribbean American News, you're on the air caller. You're our last caller.
Hello, good evening, Pastor Garfield.
Yay, Dr. Lincoln Pascal, the man who deserves a trophy.
How are you feeling this evening?
I am feeling very funny.
Thanks for giving me the platform. I must say that, outfit is amazing. Who dressed you tonight? My God.
Who what?
Who dressed you tonight? You got this sample from the GQ magazine?
No, KKRR, I got it from.
Yes. Well, today I had a problem. So I had an issue with some of our Flabo supporters.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we are our own demise.
Yeah, talk to me.
How are we going to win? This Labour government is messing up badly. And you may say I'm a scratch record.
No, scratch
crime
record,
crime is totally out of control. So far, we've had 11 murders in just 1 month. They've had no answers. They do not have any plans.
Mm-hmm.
They brought down the RSS, and they behave just like our regular police officers, going after women and with no plans to curb that crime rate in St. Lucia.
Mm-hmm.
Our healthcare is a disaster. So far, I've seen an influx of St. Lucians coming to New York
and traveling. That there's a hospital in Matnik who is milking St. Lucian's called Lamina. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the name of the hospital. People, have to spend their life savings to get treatment abroad. Our roads are a disaster. I was recently in St. Lucia, and the roads in St. Lucia are so bad. The Millennium Highway is a total mess.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't they finish that road? The Labour Party has been in office for 3 years now.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 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 Yep, you're right.
And now we have, KKR coming on board. Everybody, a lot of flabbers are calling him a snake. Let me tell them that this is politics. KKR was never a Labour Party supporter.
And he didn't understand the politics either.
He did not understand what the heck he was doing. KKR was always a UWP supporter.
Yeah.
KKR told me that he had some connections and he wanted to get paid, and he was not paid.
Yeah.
So he called me one day and he told me, okay, so I can pay when I want to hear the press supervisor.
Wow.
So that's how he switched to campaign against UWP.
And that's why I tell you, there's a lot of things, as a party, as a party we can avoid.
Yeah, but to me, politics is not free. Look at the primaries in America. If you don't have millions of dollars, you cannot contest an election.
No.
All right? You, for example, take time to prepare your lives. We have to support our foot soldiers, who are coming out. And, that's a risk coming out like that. Mm-hmm. And you know how dangerous these Labour people could be. They threaten you. They called you all kinds of names. Recently one of them called me a bula.
Wow.
That bull tell me do that you have a near fuel.
Wow.
The amount of things that you have to endure.
True.
So let us embrace him. Let us embrace every one of them who want to come on board. How could we win if the Labour people do not gravitate towards us? We need to stop this.
Right now we can't win.
This is politics for you. So what if you have called me all kinds of names in the world?
Yeah.
This is politics. I am not upset about that.
No.
He has joined us now. He has joined the bandwagon. Please welcome him, everyone.
Yes. Let him do his thing.
Please allow him to do his thing, because it's not hurting us. It can only help us.
Yeah.
He's getting to a certain segment of society.
Yeah.
Today, there was the show. The show. There was the help me. The stuff that Guy Joseph and Nancy had today.
A
press conference.
Yeah.
And I'm not lying. When I looked at the viewership of that conference, there was, I don't know if they didn't advertise it properly. There was just about maybe 200-300 viewers. When KKRR and APA, we have to admit, having their shows, mm-hmm. These guys usually have so many viewers in comparison to even our press conferences. So they do reach out to a huge audience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that these guys supporting us with their support, they can only help us win this thing against the Labour Party.
Yeah.
They are not hurting us, so let us all welcome and support them.
Yep. And I always say that, for people who don't understand the art of winning, especially when it comes to politics and elections, they start taking things personally. They start taking these things personal. People are not doing nothing personal against you all. So, for me, I see Sister Doris is saying nobody force her to embrace him. No, nobody forcing anybody. Everybody's their own people. We are encouraging, however, for us not to throw dynamite to catch fish. Let us use a bait and a line and do what we got to do. But we have this dynamite fishing idea about politics, and it has never worked anywhere in the world. It has
That's
never
right.
worked.
You know,
Yeah.
Pastor Garfield, I don't mean to cut you short, but I also visited APA, and I noticed that in order to come and do his talk shows, he would jot down every point that he would like to touch upon.
Yeah.
So it takes effort. So I'm urging all Flabbos to support all of us who come out and put our face on the line.
That's right.
And our voices on the line to defend the United Workers' Party. Instead of bashing them and calling them snakes and calling them all kinds of
That's
names.
not necessary.
Let us unite.
Yeah.
We are not going to win if we are not united.
Yeah, you can't, and that's the agenda. The agenda is to win, and folks need to trust the process, as I always say.
Enough of the fighting. Stop the unnecessary gossiping on this group chat.
Take your feelings out of it.
We must stop that in order to win.
There's a bigger picture there. There's a bigger picture.
When we do this gossiping on the group chat, then it goes back to the people that we are gossiping about. These things don't work. Let us discuss the issues. We have enough issues to hit the Labour Party on.
Oh, yeah, a lot of
like
issues,
I just mentioned, there's so many issues. They lied to win the election. Where is the $1,500 that they promised?
Well,
okay,
Philip Chippe, give it.
Today that has not. There is no $1,500. They promised to give a hefty bonus to the people who toiled so hard during the pandemic. That has not happened. They said that people are earning less than $4,000. $4,000. Workers who are earning less than $4,000 would not have to pay any income taxes. That has not happened. Kenny Anthony once said, vote for me. As soon as I get in, I will pump in $100 million into the economy. Where is the $100 million? This is clearly a lying government.
That's right.
We have enough issues to hit them on than to be fighting each other. Fight and giving each other mepui and gossiping about each other. Let's unite so that we could come to one common goal. Our common goal is to defeat this Labour government, this wicked Labour government. The prices of goods. Lastly, what I have to say, the prices of goods in St. Lucia have skyrocketed. And let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
The prices of goods and services have skyrocketed all over the globe. Okay? Don't you think, Pastor Garfield, the timing of the tax, the tax that PJP put there is just wrong? The timing is totally wrong. I mean, the prices of goods have skyrocketed, and then you put this 2.5%, which is a compounded tax.
That's right.
When the wholesaler imports the good from abroad, they pay 2.5% duty, and when it gets down to the consumer on the shelf, the consumer has to pay an additional 2.5. So really and truly, the prices went up by an additional 5%. And I know it, and they cannot fool us with that. All right? This is a wicked government, and they must go. We need to start beating pans like Christopher Hunt. Start beating pans and ringing the bell so that we can get this wicked government out of office.
I have my pan ready, but it have rice in it right now, But I have a pan ready.
Okay.
They will be the empty
anyway,
pans.
Pastor Garfield, I will allow another caller to call the show. As always, I thank you for giving me the platform.
No problem. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Folks, good night to you. And thank you for being here with us. That was our friend Lincoln Pascal. And remember, folks, everybody has their choice, their freedom of choice. And, we are united we stand, divided we fall. And you use your own judgment. God has given you a brain, reason and think, and don't jump into anything that you don't want to jump into. And that's just a fact, all right? But the whole agenda is to win, all right? Don't let anyone force you to embrace something that you are not comfortable with, that you are not convinced of, you're not convicted of, all right? And that's the freedom that all of us share as human beings. The freedom of choice, association, choosing what is best for you, what is best for your country. All right? So don't think that we're forcing you here, folks. we're just encouraging you, and I think it might be sound wisdom on my end. So, I mean, as I said to you, see to be leche is a corner we. Pardon me, killer man. Pardon me, killer. Tutada di pato be leche is now. That will. Alrighty. Le utobe leche zag asa bote pou di tell me pou utobe. Utobe pou vo ele we leve tell me ou just bati. Bliki diki, but di oui mama. But pardon me, killer man, but we own partner boy. Oh yeah, boy, allez, messieurs, dormez bien, everybody. Somebody said they're waiting for the flying fish. Folks, you all good. That's why I love you all. See you all, folks. Blessings. Jean-France, go and sleep, Jean-France, my family. Martin, say yes. Lydia Francis, boy, I have a lot of people I need to call back. But, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, folks, later on.
A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre attacked elderly people and tell. A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre attacked elderly people and tell. A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre attacked elderly people and tell. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre attacked elderly people.
Mon passe après manger petit ça.
A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre